Welcome back to Advent Daily. It's good to see you. Today, St. Alphonsus reminds us of the importance of desiring to become a saint. He says, "No saint has ever become a saint without having a desire for sanctity. As wings are necessary to fly, so holy desires are necessary to the soul in order to advance in the way of perfection." In order to advance on the way of perfection, on the way of sanctity, it will require dying to self, and that means hardship. And it will make it easier to endure those hardships when we want to become a saint. Now, some people will think, well, what do you mean I have to endure hardships in order to become a saint? Well, it's true. Jesus says, if you want to be my disciple, you must pick up your cross daily and follow me. In order to grow in union with him, we have to get rid of everything that separates ourselves from him. Just think of just the discipline of waking up in the morning to pray. What desire do you have to fight against? Well, for some, you got to fight your desire of this, just wanting a coffee. Instead of running to the coffee maker in the morning, you have to die to self, rein in those passions, and sit down and spend time with Jesus by lifting your heart and mind to prayer. So in other words, you have to punish your desires a little bit. Punish the desire for coffee so that you can spend time with Christ. Now, some would argue you can do both at the same time. I'm not going to get into that, but you know the point here. It requires discipline. Look at it this way. An Olympic athlete, they have to punish themselves, don't they, in order to win the gold. They have to rein in the desires of junk food so that they eat right. So they have to discipline the palate. They have to get enough sleep. And so they have to discipline how they use their time, just like a saint does. They discipline the use of their time in order to order themselves towards the glory of the gold. They punish their bodies through workouts, training, running, lifting weights. Some people call that great punishment on the body, again, because they've ordered themselves towards the glory of the gold. Now, isn't the training easier when that athlete knows the gold is possible? Imagine how hard that discipline and training is when they know it's absolutely out of reach, and how much easier it is when they know it's really, really possible. Likewise, you, by God's grace and his love and mercy, have been called to the glory of God, to share in his divine nature. And this is really possible. But in order to achieve that, we're going to have to suffer a little bit. We're going to have to punish our desires, punish our selfishness. We're going to have to train. We're going to have to discipline how we use our time in order to achieve that goal of sanctity, the glory of God. And how much easier it will be to discipline ourselves if we want union with Jesus. Just like an athlete, if they want the glory of the gold, it'll be easier for them to train. And just like us, a disciple of Christ, if we desire union with Jesus, it's going to be easier to endure that hardship, which is necessary in order to achieve that union with him. St. Alphonsus writes, "But what is the effect of this holy desire?" St. Lawrence Justinian answers, "It supplies strength and makes the pain easier to be borne. Hence, the same saint adds that he has already vanquished who has a great desire to vanquish. He who wishes to reach the top of a high mountain will never reach it if he has no desire to do so. This will give him courage and strength to undergo the fatigue of ascending. Otherwise, he will halt at the foot, wearied and discouraged." So to ascend the mountain, you have to have the desire to ascend the mountain. To become a saint, you need to have the desire to become a saint. Otherwise, weariness will kick in. Now, you might be thinking, but wait a minute. What if I don't have a desire and I want that desire? Well, the good news is this. If you feel like you don't have the desire, but you want that desire, it's already a sign that the desire of sainthood is within you by the grace of God. But St. Alphonsus adds a very practical note here. Tell me, do you desire to become a saint? If you do not desire it, then certainly you will never become a saint. If you have not the desire, ask Jesus Christ for it. ask Mary for it. Some pretty practical advice here from St. Alphonsus. Well, just ask if you want that desire. It reminds me of Matthew 7. Jesus says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be open to you. If it is God's desire for us to become a saint, then it should be His will also that we desire it. Does that not make sense? So when you go to God and you ask for the desire of sanctity, you can have confidence that He will give you that desire. So just ask. I know that sounds kind of simplistic, but sometimes it's the simple things that we forget. Let us pray. Behold, O my God, here I am. My heart is ready, O God, my heart is ready. See, I am prepared to do all that Thou shalt require of me. O Lord, what wilt Thou have me do? Tell me what Thou desirest of me. I will obey Thee in all things. I am sorry for having lost so much time in which I might have pleased Thee, and I have not done so. I thank Thee that still Thou givest me time to do it. Oh, no, I will not lose any more time. I will, and I desire, to become a saint. Not to obtain from Thee greater glory and delights, I desire it that I may love Thee more, that I may please Thee in this life and in the next.